Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and Link2 is still doing their March tournament. They've got their the first round is completed now. You need to check back on Thursday, March 21st for the Super 16 bracket. Looks like Ripple won, Deal, Fanatics. I won't go through all of these. You can see the majors. Circle won, Kraken, Uphold and Glint, Cerebrus. This is apparently with each one that advances, there's going to be more discounts available. Link2 is my sponsor. The links, you can go to linqto.com. They have some great private equity, including Ripple, which I own. All right, let's look at the prices on crypto. There's CoinMarketCap. Nothing is doing hot right now. Nothing too crazy going on. XRP is at 60 cents. I bought more XRP this morning. I will continue to do so. All the way up, at least to $1, I'll be buying. This is from Credible Crypto, and this is one of those accounts that's not like an XRP maxi or anything, and I like what these guys, when these guys say things, they're not looking at it just because they like XRP, and that's a good thing. I like to hear these kind of their opinions. At a bare minimum, looking for a 15 to 20% move to the upside against Bitcoin. Next major resistance is 35% higher, and above that, we are looking at 100+% move up on XRP against Bitcoin. XRP should perform much better than Bitcoin on the rebound. And then this is, Lark Davis is a Bitcoin maxi big time. This is more about the crypto market. The crypto market could 3 times by 2025. Analyst Bernstein predict the entire crypto market cap could grow to 7.5 trillion by the end of 2025. That would be basically a 3 times where we are now, I think. By 2025, he predicts Bitcoin 3 trillion, Ethereum ecosystem 1.8 trillion market cap, top L1s 1.4 trillion market cap. All right, everybody remember Metal Lawman?
That was really
Metal Lawman is the guy who helped me get my X account back. Very smart securities attorney, Vanderbilt Law, very sharp guy. He went on with Megyn Kelly, and he's talking about Sam Bankman-Fried here.
That was really cringeworthy, the applause.
And on behalf of everybody here and on behalf of the public, I want to thank you for engaging in it at a time, in truth, when I know you've been advised not to. So thank you so very, very much. Thank you.
And here's why. People forget about the human tragedy that this story is. I have received communications from people who tell me I have lost all of my money, my life savings, at FTX. And what they're talking about in some cases is less than $10,000. They were wiped, that's their life savings, and it's been wiped out. And I've gotten communications from people who say, I'm considering suicide. You know, that's kind of hard to take, hard to deal with. And you try to send an encouraging message back. They really want to hear that they're going to get 80 or 90 cents on the dollar out of this bankruptcy. But these people are really at wit's end. Some of them can't pay their mortgage, can't pay, for their car or food or whatever. This is a human tragedy at quite a large scale. So as I watched the Andrew Ross Sorkin thing end with that applause, that was really, really troubling and sad, as I know so many of these creditors, the smaller creditors, were watching what was going on there. And they saw a crowd of mostly very well-heeled Wall Street types in New York give Sam a round of applause.
Oh, God, that was...
Yeah. And Andrew Ross Sorkin, you better believe they put up an applause, one of those lights that says clap or applause. And the question is why? All these big people, the same people that wouldn't cover ETHgate, about a lot of the same characters were the ones that were pumping up FTX and Solana, by the way. It's not a coincidence. I'll say it again. It is not a coincidence that all of the same people are pumping up Solana now. It is not. I've been here too long, folks. I've seen how these people operate. The same people, and curiously, they're not talking up Ethereum like they were. Makes you wonder, right? Okay, check this out. It's kind of like there's a wave of truth coming out now, folks. This was Roger Ver. He's written a book, Hijacking Bitcoin, The Hidden Story of Bitcoin. And then they've got a quote here. Now this is from me. Now that the decade-long media, Wall Street, government-controlled Bitcoin psyop is mission complete, the herd bought all the we don't know who Satoshi is crap, and I do mean crap. Let's get on to something that actually works. XRP is still the only digital asset with legal clarity. Here's another one that I tweeted out a while back. When they were doing the Bitcoin ETF, I copied all the ETF companies in. I said, now that that decade-long thing's over, how about something that actually works? Do an ETF, win XRP ETF. Great question. Something, I don't know if this is even true, but I want to show it anyway. This guy says that Michael Saylor is dumping Bitcoin, but not Bitcoin. Did Michael Saylor sell all of his MicroStrategy shares? Insider report shows he's been very busy dumping shares. Total shares owned 0. Now, let me see. This guy's got 59,000 followers, and it looks like he's legit. Is this real? Let me hit the refresh and see what people are saying down here, because this kind of surprised me. Let's see. He's copying people in on it. Let's see. Sell 5K. He owns 0 shares. Times you're going to reveal this. You should probably take down this tweet if you do that one. I don't know if this is real or not. Sounds kind of like it's got to be wrong. But anyway, then you got this coming from Stephen Naroff. This is an email from Satoshi Nakamoto communicating with somebody back in the day in 2009. There are a lot of things says, I'm uncomfortable with explicitly saying considered an investment. That's a dangerous thing to say, and you should delete that bullet point. It's okay if they come to that conclusion on their own, but we can't pitch it as that. In other words, pitch Bitcoin as a payment thing, which it is not. It's a freaking government psyop. I've said it for years now. There's Satoshi Nakamoto was a guy supposedly, or 4 guys, supposedly who created this thing. Would they have been thinking about securities laws back then? I don't know. Maybe they would. And then, so we've got FTX being talked about. We've got Bitcoin. Solana's being pumped, which makes me wonder if someone knows something about Ethereum getting in trouble. Then they're putting out Tether stuff like this. Tether, we've always thought that was shady.
First of all, I like always to start from a kind of mea culpa. Means that Tether should have been more open in the past years. Well, before 2022, we were fairly naive. We had, we thought that keeping our head down, having a great product, doing good work would be enough for people to finally understand that we are good guys. But it's also true, and before 2022, we didn't even have a marketing team. Now we have a great marketing team, we have great communication team. We improved ourselves because we understood that we were really, really naive. So the reality though is that imagine a room full of people in 2020, all the great.
The reality for me is that if you were anybody else, the federal government would have been all over you, and they weren't. And that is where my red flags go up. And nobody's going to change my mind as long as Tether's just allowed. I mean, it's a literal printing machine. And don't give me the, oh, well, they're offshore, so the U.S. can't do anything. Ask Binance about that. There's a reason the government keeps their mitts off Tether. Might be the same reason they kept their mitts off of FTX before FTX imploded because of what CZ Binance did. Now, I wanted to bring something to your attention. You know, Elizabeth Warren's always putting out these videos and all about how we can't let the billionaires get away with this and their private jets and all. So I went to Grok and said, give me a list of all of the billionaires that have contributed to Elizabeth Warren. And that right there tells you how big of a liar that this woman is. She's a hypocrite, a liar, and doesn't give a rip about any of you. Voters in Massachusetts, whatever you are, folks. Vote for John Deaton. Go to johndeatonforsenate.com and contribute to his campaign. I already have. I'm going to contribute more. And this is the way to go. Because wouldn't it be cool to get rid of her? Now, here's Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO at the Digital Asset Summit 2024. And then we've got a couple of clips from the summit. Here's one.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to slightly restate your question. So why are blockchains well suited to solve pain points in payments? And so look, I start with blockchains are global networks out of the gate, right? And some of them are very efficient. So for example, the XRP ledger, which we work with, has been facilitating value transfer in 3 to 5 seconds consistently throughout a period of almost 12 years at a fraction of a cent, right? Without any security incidents on the network. And so basically the way how Ripple's solution works is it's integrating with XRP, the digital asset, and basically an application layer that then facilitates cross-border payments fiat to fiat instantly in real time with real-time tracking bridged by this digital asset. That the underlying network is just like highly efficient to facilitate that. And so the other massive pain point that's being relieved on that is that there's no need for pre-funding and it's available 24/7. And look, I mean, the traction speaks for itself. We have hundreds of customers in like 55 countries using this on a daily basis. Again, billions of dollars every year. And it's more often than not actually hard to meet the whole demand we're seeing. And so, look, we're excited to continue to innovate. How can we insert more blockchain technology and take this from the billions into the trillions eventually?
Mm-hmm. All right, that's the first clip from the Digital Asset Summit. Here's another one.
We did our first report on tokenization in 2017, and at this time, my team and I would go out and we'd talk to the C-suite or the executive committee of the largest asset managers and wealth managers all around the globe. And so I brought the report out, and I was telling Rachel, it was so funny, like in a lot of the rooms, people actually got up and walked out. Like when we were presenting this concept of tokenization replacing equities and bonds over time, tokenization opening up new asset opportunities, they just thought it was ridiculous. There was no need for tokenization. We have securitization, I was told. And so many people were so resistant to this idea. And here we are, less than 8 years later, and almost every major firm is now talking about tokenization. So it's funny to see how quickly opinions can change.
Yeah.
In our first report on
now, I forgot to tell everybody. I did tell you what we're doing is XRP Las Vegas is running a promotion to the end of the month. So end of March, everybody that buys a general admission ticket we're going to draw one, and you and your plus one, me and Brad Combs are taking you to a nice dinner in Vegas. We've already got our table. We're ready to go. There's also going to be a potential. We're holding one seat out for a potential mystery guest. That'll be somebody that would be very interesting to have at that table. So we're giving out two seats out here on YouTube, and then we're each giving out 2 seats inside of our private group. Mine's at daixrp.com. So make sure you go. These things are I talked to Brad Combs this weekend. He said these tickets are really accelerating now. Won't be long. My prediction is a sellout by the end of March. This is what happened last year when it sold out. They really accelerated into the end of March and early April, because the thing's coming up in 45 days, as you can see on the ticker right here. Also, don't forget the Future of Digital Assets Benefit Dinner. That's a fundraiser. Chamber of Digital Commerce is doing that. Links are all in the description. There's a discount link in my group at daixrp.com at the very top. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that in the group. I'm going to show you something. I don't normally show this kind of stuff, but I'm going to show you something I saw today, and it is a guy who has come up with a rating system for digital assets, and I thought it might be an interesting thing to be aware of. All right, here we go.